Hello and welcome to all you Virgos of the world. Welcome to your monthly horoscope, the general monthly horoscope for May of 2020. I hope you are well. I hope you are doing well, being healthy, being safe in these very surrealistic times. And let's have a look at what the astrology is saying and how we can apply these energies at its best. As you know, I'm a Virgo too, and I don't want to make these videos too long. I want them to be concise but precise. And I'm doing this just to have a bit more focus there. And for the month of May, there are two things that I want to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about the North Node that is shifting in Gemini. For you, very important because Gemini is also a mutable sign, and you are as well. And secondly, I want to talk about Venus in Gemini, the new moon there, Venus going backwards there and squaring up to Neptune. All very important for the Virgos. Why? Because you are a mutable sign and all these things are happening in key areas of your life. So on the one hand, the shifts of the nodes. On the other hand, this Venus-Neptune energy that is very, on a positive side, very magical energy. Wow, don't we need a bit of magic in our lives right now, right? But on the other hand, it's also insecurity. You know, it can be, especially in a square, it's not always easy to handle that. But we will give you, I'm gonna try to explain this at the most positive way, how we can deal with that. The North Node shifting into Gemini. Now, this is very interesting for the Virgos who work and who want to put more focus on work or who want to grow more when it comes to work. This is good news. This is not only for May, this is for the whole 2020 and even 2021. But you have the time here to put more emphasis on your growth, your spiritual growth as well, through work or through, if you're not working, this is how you want to be seen by society. This is what the little piece or the big piece that you can do for society. That is the 10th house. It's the highest point of the horoscope. Now, what does it mean? Does it mean that you have to go away from the South Node, which is in your 4th house of your home, and that you don't have to take care of home, you don't have to take care of your kids or whatever? No, it means that you can do that already. But it means that yes, to develop and for your own growth, it's good now to have a look at what you can do for society. And normally Virgos, they do like that anyway. But so the upcoming months are there. If you are that kind of Virgo who says, I have plans for the future when it comes to my work, when it comes to my life, my destiny here, what I can do, my contribution for the world. Wow, you're on fire here with the North Node in the 10th house. Very quick and very good growth can happen when the North Node is there. And now, particularly in May, there's a bit more emphasis there because of also that other thing that I said, Venus going backwards there and squaring up to Neptune. What is that all about? So Venus goes backwards around the midst of the month, and it stays backwards up until the end of June. So between now and the end of the 14th? Yeah, the 14th, I want to be precise, right? Between the 14th of the month and the end of June, you have time to figure out new ways how to be more successful at work and in your place in the world. If you're not working, it's your place in the world. It's the things that you do that you feel that you contribute to life. I'm not going to repeat it all of the time. So, and this makes sense, right? In these times that we are in, by Venus going backwards, that a lot of you Virgos will reassess work. Is this the job that I want to do? Is this still what I like to do? And with Venus there in the 10th house, you will like what you do. It's not so much about you don't like what you do, but how can I improve my situation to be more public, to be more popular, to gain more success when it comes to the things that you do. And you may be sure that you're going to have that. but it's going to take time. After the end of June, you will already see the first results, okay? So when you're having your own business and things are going a bit slowly, or things are going down, you know, it's very important to use that time to reassess, because there is an opportunity to make your situation even better than before. That's basically it. You've got Venus in the 10th house going backwards and forwards for so many months. That is good news, okay? Even though now is a time of standing still, now is a time of reassessing, but it's for a lot of us that this is going on. But for you, it's in particularly with what you love to do, but with what you can do to improve your situation. And Venus in the 10th house is really great for good connections with bosses, good connections with even to find love. Talking about bosses, on Venus square Neptune in a negative way, it's falling for the boss, for instance, or the boss falling for you, or whatever. So mind you, for instance, when you are single, you can find love at work, for sure. But it's very Neptunian. So with Neptune, this means that, you know, it's either they are already with someone or you are already with someone. It's Neptunian. It's a lot of going on in the platonic spheres, but not much happening always. But don't mind, and especially during the month of May. So when it comes to love, when you are experiencing these are general horoscopes, of course. Not every Virgo is falling in love with a boss, no. But when this is your reality, make sure that you are observing it, and make also sure that you are only seeing what you want to see. Even for those Virgos who are very rational. Right? So when it comes to love, it's very tricky for someone that you just are about to get to know, because of this Venus-Neptune square going on. That doesn't mean to say that it's not going to be good, not at all. But you will, when it comes to, if you're single and it comes to love, I would really just act on it around the end of July even. And the beginning of August, because then this Neptune is gone from Venus, because Neptune and Venus, they're gonna bump into each other quite sometimes there, okay? So you can observe, you can look around, but not act too much on it. That's, of course, the advice that I want to give. If you are in a relationship, talking about love here, there could be some things that are related to your work and the relationship, that there is some insecurities going on. That might be thousands of scenarios. Maybe you are trying to do something different at work and your spouse doesn't like it. Or they are very insecure about this all. It could mean that there are things going on at work, and because of that you're getting tension there, or you don't know what's happening in the relationship. So there is a bit of insecurity when you are in a relationship. There could be a bit of insecurity going on there. But try to see it as be the one that you can only do what you can do, of course. Try to be as clear as possible, which will not be easy in these times, especially in May with Venus square Neptune. And don't have too much expectations from that other person. If you're not going to do that, you'll be fine. So if you are in a relationship, you are only gonna struggle in that relationship when you expect too much from that other person. Okay, so there could be things going on. All is not as it seems, you know, with Venus square Neptune. So if you feel that, try to speak about this. Try to speak about this. Mars is going to shift into Pisces in your 7th house of relationship around the midst of the month. So there could be more liveliness with, if you are in a relationship, you could have a bit more liveliness going on, but that's not bad. So they could really stand up for themselves and all of that, but use your gut feeling. And if you're doubting about their intentions, ask a good friend that you trust what they're thinking about, because you are a bit more prone to not seeing what's going on. Again, this needs time. This needs time, and this will uncover itself for sure around the end of July and beginning of August. Okay, so but main thing is, don't expect too much. Concentrate on what you can do for your your growth there and your success, because a lot of Virgos, when Venus goes direct again, which is already at the end of June, they will have way more success than they had ever before. So work towards that, and that is again very interesting. On the 22nd of the month, you are having a new moon there as well. So a lot of new stuff. Maybe a lot of Virgos gonna start a new job or going back to an old job. Could be the case as well. Having said that, thank you so much for watching. All the best to you and see you next time. Bye-bye.